Doctors warn, these 10 heart-healthy foods can save your life after 60. Have you ever felt your heart tighten for a moment and wondered if something bad was coming? Just a few weeks ago, a 67-year-old man in Texas collapsed at home after ignoring those tiny warnings and eating the same everyday foods that quietly damaged the heart after 60. He woke up in the ER shocked that it all started with simple choices he made every day. Today, I'll show you 10 heart-saving foods that can protect your life. But if you don't watch until the end, you'll miss the one common habit that puts most seniors at serious risk. 10. Yogurt. Many seniors reach for yogurt because it feels gentle and easy to eat. And yes, it does help your body in a few good ways. Yogurt gives you calcium to protect aging bones and probiotics that support digestion, something many people struggle with after 60. Research from the National Institutes of Health shows that low-fat yogurt may offer a small improvement in blood pressure, which can support heart health from the side. But here is the part most people never hear. Yogurt is helpful, but it is not a strong, heart-protecting food. It does not lower bad cholesterol, it does not calm inflammation inside the arteries, and it does not slow down plaque that builds up over the years. Someone once shared that they ate yogurt every morning, believing it was enough, but a simple checkup showed their numbers were still moving in the wrong direction. The truth is, yogurt works best as a small addition, not the main shield. If you are still watching, leave a quick "I'm here," so I know you want more real guidance. And stay with me, because the next food is something many seniors think they understand, but doctors say it behaves very differently than most people expect, and missing it now means missing a lesson that makes everything above far more complete. 9. Garlic. Garlic is something almost every senior keeps in the kitchen. Many people use it believing it works like a natural protector for the heart. And it is true that research from the National Institutes of Health shows garlic can help lower bad cholesterol and triglycerides in some adults. But the real challenge is how inconsistent it is. The effect changes from person to person, and most seniors only use a small clove when cooking. That tiny amount is simply not enough to make a meaningful change inside the arteries. It helps, but not in the strong way many people expect. I once heard from an older gentleman who said he added garlic to every dinner for years, hoping it would be enough. But during a routine check, his doctor explained that while garlic adds flavor and can help reduce salt, something Mayo Clinic recommends for blood pressure, it cannot replace stronger, more reliable heart-saving foods. So garlic is helpful, but it is more of a side supporter than a true shield. If you are still here, drop a quick following or tap like so I know you are ready for the real heart-protecting steps. And do not miss what comes next. Many seniors eat the next food every single day without realizing the deeper effect it has, and skipping it would make everything you just learned far less complete. 8. Fruits. Fruits are one of the easiest foods for seniors to enjoy, and they offer real benefits for the heart. Citrus fruits like oranges and grapefruits are rich in vitamin C and natural antioxidants, which the American Heart Association says can help calm inflammation inside the blood vessels. Berries such as blueberries and strawberries are especially powerful because they contain compounds called anthocyanins, and research from Harvard shows these may support healthier arteries and better blood flow. Many seniors choose fruit because it is gentle on the stomach and familiar, something you can eat any time of the day without effort. But here is the part that matters most. Fruit is helpful, yet it cannot do the heavy lifting on its own. Even with high fiber and antioxidants, fruit alone cannot bring down high levels of bad cholesterol or steady blood pressure that has been rising for years. It works best as part of a bigger plan, adding protection but not replacing stronger heart-focused foods that offer deeper support. And this is why the next item becomes so important. It is something many seniors overlook, even though it carries nutrients that work in ways fruit simply cannot. If you skip it, everything you just learned about fruit will stay incomplete. and the benefits you expect may never fully show up. 7. Dark leafy greens. Dark leafy greens like spinach, kale, beet greens, and bok choy offer some of the strongest natural nutrition for the heart. They are packed with vitamin K, magnesium, antioxidants, and plant nitrates that help relax blood vessels and support healthy circulation. Studies from the American Heart Association and Harvard School of Public Health show that people who eat more leafy greens often have lower inflammation and a reduced risk of heart disease. But even with these powerful benefits, many seniors struggle to eat greens often enough to make a real difference. Some do not enjoy the taste. Others feel uncomfortable digestion after eating them. Many only eat a small serving once in a while, which is not enough to create steady improvement inside the arteries. So the issue is not the strength of the greens themselves, but how hard it is to keep them in the daily routine. And this is why the next food becomes even more important, because it offers heart support without the same challenges. And if you miss it, everything you learned here may not work the way you hope. 6. And seeds. Nuts and seeds like walnuts, almonds, chia, flax, and pumpkin seeds are packed with healthy fats that support better cholesterol balance. Research from the American Heart Association shows they can help lower bad cholesterol and raise good cholesterol, giving the heart a little more protection each day. Many seniors want these benefits, but the challenge is making them part of daily life. Some worry about the calories, others have trouble chewing harder nuts, and many are unsure about how much they should actually eat, which leads to portions that are too big or too small to be effective. I once heard from a woman in her late 60s who tried adding nuts to her breakfast because she read they were good for the heart, but after a few days, she felt overwhelmed by the portion sizes and stopped because it felt confusing. Her doctor later told her the benefits are real, but consistency matters more than perfection, and small daily amounts would have been enough. So, nuts and seeds are powerful on paper, but real results only come when they fit comfortably into everyday routines. If you are still watching, tap like or leave a quick still here, so I know you want more simple, helpful guidance. And stay with me, because the next food offers strong heart support without the chewing issues or portion confusion, and missing it now would leave a big gap in what you are trying to build for your heart. 5. Soy product. Soy foods like tofu, tempeh, soy milk, and edamame are rich in natural plant compounds called isoflavones. These compounds have been shown to lower inflammation and reduce levels of low-density lipoprotein cholesterol, which is the bad cholesterol that stiffens arteries. Harvard Health and the National Institutes of Health both highlight that adults who eat soy regularly often show better heart markers, and the benefits are especially clear for people over the age of 60. But even with all this strong science, many seniors in the United States do not eat soy often. The taste and texture feel unfamiliar, and that alone is enough to stop people from making it part of their daily meals. A man from Colorado once shared that he brought home a package of tofu because his doctor mentioned it could help his heart. But after cooking it once and feeling unsure about the flavor, he pushed it to the back of the refrigerator until it expired. This happens far more often than people realize. Soy is not a traditional part of most American senior diets, and when a food is not part of someone's routine, the long-term benefits never have a chance to build. That is why soy sits in the middle of this list. The nutrition is powerful, but the low popularity and low consistency make the real-world impact smaller than it could be. And before we move on, stay with me, because the next food is incredibly heart-healthy, but brings a problem many seniors struggle with, and missing it would leave a big gap in what you need to know next. 4. Pulses and beans. Beans, lentils, and peas are some of the most heart-protective foods available because they bring together fiber, plant protein, potassium, and slow-digesting carbohydrates that keep the arteries calm and steady. Research from the American Heart Association and the National Institutes of Health shows that people who eat more legumes tend to have lower levels of low digestion and lipoprotein cholesterol, better blood sugar control, and healthier blood pressure. These foods help the body reduce inflammation inside the blood vessels, which is one of the key reasons plaque builds up with age. Even with these impressive benefits, many seniors cannot enjoy beans as often as they would like. Gas, bloating, and digestive discomfort are common, especially when the gut becomes more sensitive after the age of 60. Because of this, many people avoid beans or only eat them in very small amounts, which means the heart does not receive the steady support these foods can provide. That gap between recommended and real life is what keeps beans from reaching the top of this list, even though on paper their nutrition looks almost perfect. And before we move forward, do not skip the next part, because the following food is powerful not only for the heart, but also for long-term consistency, and missing it would make everything you learned here far less effective. 3. Whole grains. Whole grains like oats, quinoa, brown rice, bulgur, and whole wheat pasta give the heart something many foods cannot: steady, daily support. They are rich in natural fiber that helps lower low-density lipoprotein cholesterol and slows the release of sugar into the bloodstream, which protects the arteries from stress. The American Heart Association and Harvard School of Public Health both point out that adults who eat more whole grains have a lower risk of heart disease because their blood pressure, cholesterol, and inflammation stay more stable over time. What makes whole grains even more powerful for seniors is how easy they are to use. Oatmeal in the morning, a bowl of brown rice at lunch, or whole wheat pasta for dinner feels familiar and comforting. One man from Michigan once shared that switching from white rice to brown rice was the first heart-healthy change he made that did not feel like a chore. And that is the real strength of whole grains. Seniors can stick with them for years without feeling overwhelmed or restricted. They may not be the single strongest food on a scientific level, but the combination of solid heart benefits and very high consistency makes them one of the most reliable habits after the age of 60. And before you move on, keep watching, because the next food has some of the most powerful heart-saving science behind it, and missing it would leave a major gap in what truly protects your arteries. If this part is helping you, feel free to subscribe so you do not miss the next one. 2. Fatty fish. Fatty fish, such as salmon, sardines, anchovies, trout, and mackerel, give the heart something that very few foods can match: a strong and steady dose of natural omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats have been shown in large studies from the American Heart Association, the National Institutes of Health, and Harvard researchers to calm inflammation inside the arteries, lower levels of triglycerides, slow down plaque buildup, and support a stable heart rhythm. These effects are not theories. They are backed by decades of science and are consistently seen in adults over 60. One reason fatty fish ranks so high is because of how practical it is for seniors. Many already enjoy salmon baked in the oven, a can of sardines on whole grain crackers, or a simple trout fillet for dinner. When a food is easy to prepare and familiar, it becomes part of the routine without effort. That steady routine is what allows omega-3 fatty acids to work day after day, protecting the arteries and reducing the risk of sudden heart events. Fatty fish may not be the absolute number one on this list, but the combination of extremely strong scientific evidence and high real-life consistency makes it one of the most powerful heart-saving foods after the age of 60. And before you skip ahead, the final food has a special strength that brings everything together, and missing it would leave a major gap in your heart protection plan. 1. Olive oil. Olive oil stands at the very top because it is one of the few foods that consistently protects the heart in both science and daily life. It is the foundation of the Mediterranean eating pattern, which has been ranked for years as the most heart-friendly style of eating by major health groups in the United States. What makes olive oil so powerful is how gently it works inside the body. It reduces inflammation in the arteries, lowers levels of low-density lipoprotein cholesterol, raises levels of high-density lipoprotein cholesterol, supports healthy blood vessel function, and has been linked in multiple long-term studies to a lower risk of heart attack. These benefits show up again and again, especially in adults over the age of 60. But the real reason it takes the #1 spot is because seniors can use it every single day without discomfort. Many foods are healthy but hard to stick with. Olive oil is the opposite. A woman in Florida once shared that switching from butter to olive oil was the easiest change she ever made for her heart, and she noticed she felt lighter and less tired after meals. That kind of simple, low-effort habit is what gives olive oil such staying power. You can use it on salads, for roasting vegetables, or for light cooking, and it fits naturally into almost any meal. No other food on this list combines strong scientific impact with such high consistency in real life. That is why olive oil earns the #1 position as the most practical and effective heart-saving food after the age of 60. And before we move into the final message, do not skip ahead, because everything comes together in the conclusion, and missing it would leave out the most important lesson of this entire video. If this helped you, feel free to like and subscribe so you can follow the last part. Taking care of your heart after 60 does not have to feel overwhelming. These 10 foods show that real change can start with simple choices you make every day. A small swap, a healthier ingredient, or one new habit can slowly build a stronger heart and a more independent life. I truly hope at least one of these tips gave you something you can use right away. Tell me in the comments, which food are you excited to add to your meals this week? And if you share this video with a friend or family member, they might be more thankful than you think. Your support helps this channel grow, so remember to like and subscribe for more senior healthy tips made just for you.